What's going on, guys? I'm Steve. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. If it's your first time stopping by the channel, hit that subscribe button. Trust me, you won't regret it. If you're a returning subscriber, as always, guys, welcome back, and I do appreciate the support. Guys, listen. I seen the story last night, and this was supposed to be my first story today, but things happen. This right here is a perfect example of what's wrong with America. People out here feel as though they can do whatever they want to do with no repercussions. People that can't control their anger or resolve conflict. Men that don't act like men nowadays. You see this piece of crap up here, and I'm trying not to cuss. This guy right here is 31-year-old Angel Chok, C-H-O-K. This guy right here is out of Dover, Florida, where this story takes place. Now, this happened last night, guys. And I'm going to read this to you real fast before we even get into this story. It says on Wednesday, April 24th, 2024 at 5:25 p.m., Communications Center received a call from a neighbor regarding a deceased female at the 3700 block of Sumner Road in Dover, Florida. Once on scene, our deputies discovered a deceased female outside a mobile home with severe blunt force trauma. When deputies entered the house, they found a young child who was also deceased with severe blunt force trauma. This guy right here, ladies and gentlemen, killed his girlfriend and his 5-year-old daughter, then ran on foot like a slave and a coward. Check out the video. We'll come back.
We have breaking news as we come on the air. The Hillsborough County Sheriff's Office has just confirmed the man accused of double murder in Dover is in custody at this moment. You're watching 10 Tampa Bay. I'm Courtney Robinson. All of this coming down within the last 20 minutes. Deputies say this man right here, 31-year-old Angel Chok, killed his partner and their young child yesterday afternoon. 10 Tampa Bay's Aaron Parsegian is live near I-4, where we've seen a very large response of first responders within the last hour. And Aaron, what are you seeing out there right now?
Yeah, we're here on Glen Harwell Road, Courtney, about 2.5–3 miles from that home where those brutal murders took place yesterday afternoon. And I want to show you this field that's behind me here. This is right up against I-4. And just about an hour ago, 45 minutes, our photographer Ish Rivera was driving up I-4 when he saw a large swath of police officers, uniformed and undercover, running through this field looking like they were looking for something. Now that since we've been back here, we can tell you that a number of officers have since showed up since the sheriff has confirmed that that suspect has now been apprehended. Of course, we are waiting for more details about how this location plays a role in that, but police right now focusing a lot of their time on this area about 2.5 miles from where that home where those brutal murders took place yesterday. Of course, we are waiting for an update from the sheriff, who's expected to make his way to Dover later this afternoon. We'll give you more information as soon as we get it. For now, live in Dover, Aaron Parsegian, 10 Tampa Bay.
Aaron, thank you. And our team coverage continues right now with 10 Tampa Bay's Nick Valturo live in Dover, where those murders happened. And Nick, the community was on alert all night and all morning as this search was happening.
Yeah, Courtney, this has been an extremely busy morning. You can still see there is a strong police presence right here. The road is being blocked off by the sheriff's deputies. We're about 100 yards from that mobile home where this gruesome murder happened. But here's the thing, this manhunt has been going on for more than 18 hours and finally some resolution. We actually just saw the sheriff. We also saw the state attorney talking about that they will be having a news conference here soon. But really, this is being described as an extremely gruesome incident. The mother and a child beaten to death, and 31-year-old Angel Chok is still on the run before and was believed to be responsible. The sheriff said the mother was found dead, lying in a puddle of her own blood. Her daughter was found close by, believed to be between 4 or 5 years old, dead inside the mobile home. Now, police say the woman tried desperately to survive, and a neighbor even heard screams. The sheriff says the neighbor didn't call 911 because it wasn't uncommon for them to hear those types of noises coming from that mobile home. Now, a roommate came to the house and discovered the bodies about 2 hours later, and that led to deputies racing to this mobile home where they discovered this extremely grisly scene. Now, as we were saying before, there's still a very strong police presence out here. We are kept about, like I said, about 100 yards from that mobile home. There are so many officers from the deputies along with undercovers that are here still continuing to pick up the pieces and put together as they continue this investigation. But we are being told there should be a news conference here held shortly with more information. For now, reporting live in Dover, Nick Volturo, 10 Tampa Bay.
Nick, thank you. Again, at this moment, deputies have apprehended the suspect, the sheriff named in this double murder, Kuzchak. He was found just 2.5 miles from that house where a mother and her 4 or 5-year-old child was also found just off I-4. We do have crews on this. They will stay on this throughout the day, and we will send updates to your phone on the free 10 Tampa Bay app. And once we hear from the sheriff, if it happens right here, we'll bring it to you live.
Guys, this is a brutal, cowardly act, and as you can see, the man is caught. But what struck me the worst with this whole situation was the press conference they had last night, and the sheriff was not too happy about it. He described in detail what these officers walked into. And domestic violence is something that really needs to be taken seriously. Take a look at this.
I am taken back by the level of pure evil that has transpired when our suspect brutally murdered an innocent woman and a young child. About 5:30 this evening, we receive a 911 call when a roommate who also lives in the mobile home down the road here came home and found our victims. Deputies arrived on scene and immediately discovered that it was an extremely gruesome scene. Gruesome scene. An adult female laying in the backyard of the house in her own puddle of blood. A bloody handprint that we believe is hers as she was fighting for her life, trying to escape the violence that was occurring inside this mobile home. This gruesome scene got even worse when the deputies made entry into the residence and found a small child brutally murdered. Brutally murdered. These 2 innocent victims were beaten to death by blunt force trauma. Around 3:40 this afternoon, as we're doing our neighborhood survey, we learned that the neighbor did hear the scream, a female scream. They didn't contact law enforcement because they say that this wasn't something out of the ordinary. We believe that our suspect fled on foot. Yes, he is dangerous. He has killed somebody who he was romantically involved with. He has killed his own child.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, there you have it. Another idiot going off the deep end, doing something devastating with a ripple effect that affects a lot of people that were involved directly and indirectly into this crime. This guy right here, Angel Chalk Cruz, or Cruz Chalk, is arrested, in custody, and shouldn't be fit to go to jail, be in the jailhouse. He shouldn't. They should dispatch him right on the spot where he took that woman's life. And they said this woman was dead, found in the back of the house, so he beat her to death outside. Think about that. What did I tell you in another video I said before about domestic violence? If a dude will show his handiwork to the world and let you go outside with black eyes, busted teeth, and all that stuff, it's no hold barred with him. He didn't care. In broad daylight, he destroyed this woman's life. Killed his own child. She was nothing but 5 years old. I can't even fathom that. What's an excuse? I was high on drugs. I was drunk. I'm crazy. Yeah, well, so are we, the new justice system in America. And we fix things right as we see them. Telling you, man, y'all lucky. Y'all lucky, man, I'm telling you. It's too much dancing around. Stuff like this, people like this do not belong in prison. They don't. I would reserve prison for thieves, people that steal, and most likely just theft. You know what I'm saying? I would have jail just for theft. People that are thieves. And minor crimes like fraud or something like that. All these crimes, like these vicious crimes, aggravated robbery and all that stuff, it's only one sentence that would end in a period for them. And that's full deletion. This is a calculated choice this man made. He killed his own baby. You looked your own baby in the face while you beat it to death. Woman you romantically involved with took a life. But I tell you, if you love somebody, you protect them. A lot of times it ain't love, it's dependency. Whether it's dependency on somebody that, for control, or just depending on somebody because you yourself is not grown and you need something from that person to keep your life comfortable. People will use you until they use you up. You hear me? No matter if it's a woman or a man. It's a lot of people out here that prey with a parasitic nature on others. And when they don't get their way, this is the result. This is crazy. This guy killed these people and ran away. Just ran, frolic right through the strawberry patch, wherever the hell they say he ran. Frolic, ran away, caught a couple of miles away from where he committed the crime. You left a woman, you put your dick in dead in the field outside the house. All that energy you put in taking her life and taking your child's life could have been put into making yourself better and building something and moving forward with these two people. Little girl, 5 years old. How you as a man beat on a woman in front of her children, whether it's yours or not. And a lot of dudes do that shit too. What kind of ramifications that are mental do you think will happen to that child from seeing that? Remember, once you see, you can't unsee. It goes right in your subconscious. That's why we got a lot of men out here right now that'll beat a woman up, or a lot of women that'll put their hands on a man because they see their parents doing it. The very fabric of who we are in this nation is in tatters. And nobody acts like they wants to see it. Or nobody really wants to acknowledge it because everybody's out for their own personal gain, politicians included. But they say every few seconds somebody's getting killed in this country. Every few seconds somebody, domestic violence cases taken care of, or a child's getting touched. What kind of time are we on? Those are the more pressing needs to get everybody in line in this country that wants to do right and pulling the weeds out the rose garden that we trying to build something with before it strangles everything that's beautiful there. The purity of a child's mind should be cherished. But a lot of people have messed up childhoods, and they don't care if they mess up another child's mind, whether it's theirs or not. Could you imagine if this little girl lived? What type of therapy she would have to go through, both physically and mentally? What type of PTSD she would have? What about the woman? What about her family? I'm sure his bum ass lived with him, most likely, because he ran away from everything that was there. It's upsetting, man. That's a gruesome scene for somebody to come across. And they said they was found by the roommate. Also said the neighbor said, hey, I ain't call the police because she always over there getting her ass beat. That's the thing. It might sound crazy, but you might want to blame the neighbor and stuff. But man, I've seen multiple times, and I've been involved in a situation where motherfuckers screaming, help, please, no, thumping, screaming and hollering. You think somebody in there getting killed. You do your part as a citizen to try to render aid through sending the authorities over there, and they get mad at you and tell you need to mind your business, and not the girl that was getting her ass beat. I learned real quick. If they kill your ass next time, I don't want to hear shit. I'm just reporting in the news on my YouTube channel. Fuck off. Man, this is crazy. If a man is beating you to where you have to scream for your life in your house or in that house, you in the wrong house and he the wrong one. If a man will strike you in front of your children, same thing with you, men. If a lady will act a fool with you in front of her children, Even if they're your children, you know what? That's telling you, you are the outsider. And regardless of them kids are yours or not, sometimes you got to get the fuck out of there, because next time when the police come, they're going to look at you and look at you as you know better. You know how the laws are with men out here. I don't see how people stay after getting fucked up in front of their kids. Just think about your kids. But then again, every case is different. And this one ended in death. And believe me, the wrong one went away. Lost their life. Trust me. Some coward shit. I'm Stock Market Steve for the Dynamic Reason channel. As always, like, comment, share, and subscribe. May these two people rest in peace. It's rough just even doing these stories. I'll see you in the next video. Take care.